Hello there, this is the Shadow Ranger, and this is my review of NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood for February 18th, 2011. We start off with Johnny LaQuasto interviewing Buggy, and as always, she is looking very nice. Very, very, very nice.
Hello everyone, welcome to NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. I'm Johnny LaQuasto. I'm lucky enough to be standing here with quite possibly the most popular lethal lady here in the NWA, Buggy. Now Buggy, you've been having your problems lately with Lucky O'Shea. How do you tend to deal with her?
Hey. Hi, Buggy. Good to see you. My sister can't make it tonight. However, she wanted me to send you a message. She says hi.
Hey, ¿qué te pasa? Ever since I've been here, all I see you is pick on women. You got the size. Back it up in the ring. This is what it's all about, right? Leave her alone. Me and you, chavala.
He said chavala.
What I liked about this scene is that it had 2 out of my 3 favorite people from NWA Hollywood in it. Johnny LaQuasto and Buggy. Now I mentioned 2 weeks ago that they were my 3 favorite people because we had a scene of Johnny LaQuasto interviewing Willie Mack. And I was wish they could have worked Buggy in there somehow. And I still want that. I still want to see one segment that is just Willie Mack, Johnny LaQuasto, and Buggy doing something together. Just talking, standing there. One being interviewed and the other just stands there with their mouth shut. You know, maybe we get like a mixed tag match of like Lucky and Mikey O'Shea versus Buggy, and they can tell Buggy like to find her a guy to be her partner, and she can pick Willie Mack, and then Johnny can interview him before the match. Right there, see? Can somebody make that happen for me, please? And if at all possible, could that episode not involve Manimal at all in any capacity? Again, just a request. Anyway, our first match is SoCal Crazy versus Mikey O'Shea. Now, let me talk about Mikey for a minute. Watching Mikey O'Shea wrestle is kind of odd for me. Some of you may not know that Mikey used to make wrestling videos on YouTube. He was very popular in what they call the YouTube wrestling community. He used to post videos as under the name MB Wrestler. And I've actually watched his videos for several years now. I think I started watching his videos back in maybe 2007. And I remember watching his videos, and he talked about starting wrestling training. And I remember him doing videos during his training, telling about, you know, how wrestling training was going and how things were. And I remember him putting up a video of his first like actual match, and it's just kind of cool to see that, you know, he's, you know, living out something he's dreamed of doing. You know, he talked about that was always something he wanted to do, was to be a wrestler, and it's just cool to see somebody actually getting a chance to live out their dream. You don't get to see that a lot. You know, a lot of people have dreams and they never get to really fulfill them and live them out, and it's pretty cool just getting to see somebody get to, you know, live out a dream of theirs. That's really cool. And I've been wanting to see him wrestle since I found out he was in NWA Hollywood, because I never got to see one of his matches on TV. You know, then I started watching this NWA show and I started liking it, and one episode I watched and there he is, like, hey, it's MB. He's on TV. Like, that's cool, man. That was really cool. So, you know, I'm saying, you know, just somebody who was a fan of his videos and watched them for several years. It's really cool to see that he's gotten as far as he has, and hoping he gets to go farther. Let's talk about his match here. You know, Mikey played the good powerhouse. You know, he had a really nice spine buster in his match. It was a really good, you know, little man versus big man match. Not as much I can really say about it. I like SoCal Crazy new mask. That was smart. Ricky Mandela ain't gonna be able to pull this one. I almost called him Buddy Landell again. I like some of the moves. I like Mikey's music that he came out to. You know, it's all around. This was a fun little opening match to watch. The next segment we have is James Morgan with John LaQuasto. He talks about his new segment, which is going to be called On Tap.
right, Johnny LaQuasto here backstage with James Morgan. We are about to debut a brand new segment here on NWA Championship Wrestling with James Morgan called On Tap. It's
On Tap with James Morgan. Get it right.
All right. Nonetheless, James, we're all excited for this segment. You have to let us know, what can we expect?
Oh, I don't know. Johnny LaQuasto, what do you expect? What do you want to see?
Well, to be honest, I mean, we were colleagues for a long time, and I know with James Morgan, you always have to expect the unexpected, so I couldn't tell you.
You would like to see that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that'd be great.
The unexpected, huh? Former colleagues, feature performer James Morgan. That's why you're back here, and I'm out there.
Stay tuned for On Tap with James Morgan.
All right. We come back. Oh God, no. And we get Ray Rosas versus the Manimal. The Manimal is back. Oh God. You know, the show started off great. We had Buggy looking great. John LaQuasto was funny so far, and got to see Mikey O'Shea wrestle on the show for the first time. And now the Manimal. He's got his bone, and he's not wearing his old brown cheap rug. Now he's wearing a black one. I mean, I tuned into this episode this week expecting to see the Willie Matt Joey Chaos rematch. Here's some more about the world title match. Oh, God. Can we just skip through this part? I don't even want... The match wasn't bad. Ray Rosas, I'm liking him more as I've been seeing him. He got the win. And even in victory, Ray Rosas feels he needs to take a cheap shot.
Full of animal pelt there in the cover.
A handful of loincloth. Oh, look at this! Rosas! Now that was completely uncalled for. Kicking the Manimal low. And, you know, I mean, from the backwoods or from the big city, you get kicked in the fork like that, and it's going to drop you down to your knees. Ray Rosas, ingracious in victory.
Now, what's wrong with this guy? We've seen him do that in defeat and now in victory.
Next up, we get a promo from Joey Ryan and Scorpio Sky talking about their tag match later on in the show. Check it out.
All right, Johnny LaQuasto here backstage with Joey Ryan and Scorpio Sky. Tonight in the main event, you are going to take on the champion Scrap Iron Adam Pearce and A-Double Austin Aries.
Standard. You guys think you can walk around here like you own the place? You think you can cheat me out of the world title? You think you can injure this man's knee? No. You're in our house. This is Hollywood. This man is from the City of Angels, and I'm born and raised in Hollywood, California. So you two Midwesterners better get one thing straight, because tonight you're dealing with the man with rock star charisma and movie star good looks, and you're dealing with the king of sting, Scorpio Sky. Tell him, Sky.
Austin Aries, you tried to take me out. You tried to put me out of commission, but you couldn't get the job done. So I got Mr. Hollywood with me, and we're coming to town. And you're going down.
Things are boiling over. Stay tuned. The main event is coming up later tonight.
Alright, looking forward to that tag match. Always good to see Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, and want to see more of Austin Aries and Scorpio Sky as well. After that, we have an interview segment called On Tap with James Morgan, and he interviews Jason Watts. To save time and not have you sit through a bland promo, basically Jason Watts says he hates the people of Hollywood, and that's why he tried to take down Hollywood's own Joey Ryan, because by taking down Joey Ryan, he hurts all the people, because he could go out and beat down every person in the audience individually, but, you know, that would just take too long. So I'm going to hurt them by hurting Joey Ryan. So I'm not sure if this is going to lead to a Joey Ryan feud down the line, because Joey's pretty tied up with the Standard right now, but let's see where this goes. Now, after that bland promo, we get an awesome promo from Scrap Iron Adam Pearce. Check it out.
Okay, folks, standing by here with the world's heavyweight champion, of course, is the Scrap Iron Adam Pearce. Now, a lot of people are saying that you think you're a real smart man in this area.
Think? You're familiar with a man named Joe Willie Namath, David Marquez, number 12, New York Jets,
right.
Hall of Fame quarterback. He said that he was the straw that stirs the drink. And if I might say so myself, in the National Wrestling Alliance, the drink is tasting pretty good right about now, isn't it?
Well, some people might think so, and especially the Standard. Now, you guys have been acting extremely despicable here over the last few weeks, especially that nonsense that you started there with Austin Aries as he came in.
Brilliance?
riffing.
You mean brilliance?
Well, if that's what you want to call it.
Absolutely brilliant. Austin Aries, a man cut from the same cloth, David Marquez, a man with dignified grace, steely good looks, and a hell of a drop kick. Not to mention a brain buster. No, the wool was pulled over somebody's eyes, wasn't it, Joey Ryan? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, David Marquez. Randy Jones, Hall of Famer for the San Diego Padres, said it best. We get the job done. The Standard, 10 pounds of leather and gold, as pretty as she can be. And you could stand there with your beady four eyes and tell me that I'm despicable all you want. These people at home can get upset. The ends justify the means. Austin Aries, he's got a little problem too. A man named Scorpio Sky. Tonight on this program, we get to the get down. Scorpio Sky, you found Joey Ryan. Now you're both upset. You don't like when the game's master plays the game so well. Tag team match main event tonight. You think for an instant, David Marquez, that Austin Aries, that Adam Pearce, that the rest of the Standard are worried one iota about Scorpio Sky and Joey Ryan? We are ready. We are willing. They know we're able. Now, what else you want to talk about?
Well, how about Colt Cabana and his shot at this, the famous 10 pounds of gold?
Pundits and people everywhere talking about Colt Boom Boom. Now, it's talking about pulling the wool over somebody's eyes. For very few times in my life have I been so incensed, have I been so angry that I'm at a loss for words. You might want to exit stage left, pal. Colt Cabana, you belong on the shelf. I told the world I made it my mission to take you out of the National Wrestling Alliance. Said you want to show up and win the inaugural Hollywood Battle Royal. You want to earn a shot at the World's Heavyweight Championship. Tonight it's tag team main event. Aries and Pearce, Sky and Joey Ryan. But Cabana, everybody's going to find out. Things between you and I, they're about to heat up.
Dear God, this guy is awesome. I could sit here for like an hour just talking about how awesome Adam Pearce is, but I need to get on with this video. Next up is the Disco Machine versus the biggest man in professional wrestling, Pretty Peter Avalon. This was a fun match to watch. Disco Machine, this is my first time seeing him, and he was very entertaining. Now I was thinking maybe one day he could team up with the Disco Inferno and they could form a tag team. Alright, let's have a little fun for a second. Let's mix the Disco Machine with a little Disco Inferno. Enjoy. Wasn't that fun? Alright, this is my first time seeing Disco Machine. I like him. I always like a fun character. You don't get a whole lot of fun characters in wrestling anymore. And it's always good to see one. Fun match, good back and forth. Peter Avalon gets the win, building himself up a little more. I'm liking Peter Avalon more and more every time I see him. And I also like this my first viewing, I guess is the word I'm looking for, of the Disco Machine. So I hope to see him come on more. Maybe he could team up with Lucha Machine. They could be the Machines or something. The Machine. Wasn't there an old tag team with like Andre the Giant in a mask? Anyway, next up, we get a segment with the Rock Ness Monsters at a comic book store. Supposedly, this is their version of training for their three-way tag match. They're going to be having a number one contenders match against the Tribe and Slim and Rashi Brown, with the winners getting to face Natural Selection for the Heritage Tag Team titles. This is just a corny clip of them in the comic book store getting ready, so enjoy.
Hey, so you know what? They said we could take the crew anywhere we want, right? What better way to prepare to take on some giants, some monsters like the Tribe and Rashi and Slim than the comic store? I mean, we got kids getting bit by spiders. I mean, if maybe we should get bit by a spider. Or even, you know, the blind guys are beating up big dudes.
Spider-Man, right? Talking about him?
Yeah, like right here. So maybe what we do, we just pick up a bunch of these, go back down to the basement, hang out, read, study up. Ooh, see? If we can do that to Rashi, that's what I'm saying. We'll be number one contenders, bro. And guess what? Where is it? I got my mom's credit card right here. We'll go buy as many as we want. And like I said, back to the basement. There we go. Grab what you want, man. Let's go.
Thanks, Mr. Yuma.
Yeah, thank Mama Yuma for this one.
We come back, and it is main event time. We have a tag team match for our main event. The team of Joey Ryan and Scorpio Sky versus Austin Aries and the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion Scrap Iron Adam Pearce. As I said before, it is always good to see the champ in action. I liked everything he did in his match. His moves looked great. His interactions with the crowd were good. He even mocked Disco Machine a little bit early on in the match. I like the story they told in this match concerning Scorpio Sky's knee injury. You know, he was looking good. Everything was going fine for him until Adam Pearce clipped his knee, and that started the downfall. As soon as they injured that knee just a little bit, Pearce and Aries, they just looked vicious. They started focusing every attack on that knee over and over. They were, you know, they pulled him out of the ring. They hit the knee. They kicked it. They stomped on it a little bit. Adam Pearce, you know, flung his knee into the guardrail a couple of times. He tagged. Like at one point, Pearce had Scorpio Sky on the ground. He tagged in Aries, and Aries, instead of just hopping in the ring, he did a springboard over the top rope into the ring and landed on the knee. And they just looked brutal, just focusing on that knee. That was pretty cool. And that injury is what ultimately leads to Scorpio's downfall in his match, as Adam Pearce and Austin Aries get the win. All three of them were great in this match, but I still don't get Joey Ryan. I don't know what it is. I just don't buy him as a good guy. He looks like a prick heel. He also looks like a 70s porn star, but that has nothing to do with this review. Anyway, this was overall another good episode of NWA from Hollywood. You know, I got to see Buggy. John Laquasto did some funny stuff. The main event was really good. I thought we were going to be getting a rematch between Willie Mack and Joey Chaos this week. Maybe that's next week. If so, that's something I can look forward to seeing. I'm still looking forward to the next one-on-one between Austin Aries and Scorpio Sky. I'm expecting the world title match to be really good. There is plenty to look forward to next week. I will be watching, and I hope you will be watching too. This is the Shadow Ranger. If you like my videos, please subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at TJSMITH3. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.